Hello and welcome again to Season A, the platform where we speak truth to power. Again, we are looking at one or two things again. We are looking at the tragic case of a 2-year-old that was killed. I think it was just yesterday or the day before, where the dad was saying that the NDLEA killed my son, my 2-year-old son. They said stray bullet. Very tragic. I believe it's called Omoriakogbe family. A mom to a 2-year-old and a little more than a toddler. The 2-year-old killed in front of the toddler by the stray bullet. It is tragic. Let's listen. The point is we are demanding for compensation for the family, and the NDLEA must face the full weight of the law. That's the important thing. And also the governor, Sheriff Oborevwori, I think, Oborevwori or something like that. Let me get the name right, actually. I'll get that name absolutely right. We're demanding that the governor go and condole with the family. We should really, that is the least he should be doing, to be honest with you. He should go and condole with the family that have lost a 2-year-old son, So the Omoriakogbe family seeks justice. We are asking for Governor of Delta State, Sheriff Oborevwori, we are demanding that he goes and condoles with the family. That's the least he can do as a governor of the state, to show that he cares about the citizens he's promising to serve. A comment alone is not acceptable. Making a statement about it is not acceptable. He needs to go there. But let's watch the report, and I will read it and we'll wrap it up. Here we go. This is on Channels News. Credit to Channels News also.
It was just like any other normal business day for the Omoriakogbe family, who are into catering business.
So that's where they were. You see, it's the top floor. Note that it's on the top floor. Note it's on the top floor. But then watch what happens from here, and watch closely.
In Okpanam, near Asaba, the Delta state capital. Shattered glass.
See? Now shattered glass, bullet holes.
Passing through the structure into the shop, and then finally passing through this chair where the victim sat before the unfortunate incident, leaving him and his younger brother in a pool of blood. The 2-year-old boy was said to have been hit by a stray bullet, while the younger brother was also injured in the eye. It all happened while an operation by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Delta Command, was taking place not too far from the area.
She was carrying her 2 kids on her hand, shouting for help. She was even making calls. I don't know whether she's trying to call her husband or something, but she made calls. Blood was all over them, both the baby and herself. They were flooded with blood. So the next thing, they said that stray bullets fell on the children. The children was there playing.
Both brothers were rushed to the emergency ward of the Federal Medical Center Asaba for treatment, but unfortunately, Ivan could not make it. His little brother, who was injured in the eye, was moved to the eye clinic of the same hospital for further treatment. We visited the health facility to see the parents and also hear from them exactly what happened on that fateful day. The victim's mother is still in shock, but trying to...
That's the mom there. Look, she has to grieve the death of her son, and she has to take care of the one who's injured. Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, please go and see the family. You are the governor of the state. They are they're the people. You are serving the citizens. You need to do that.
Best to see to the well-being of the other son, who's still receiving treatment.
I didn't know where it came from, but all I know was I just saw my son. His side, his intestine was kind of bulging out. He was on the floor. Then I grabbed him. Before I could just look up, my other son inside. And when I observed his eyes too.
For her husband, justice for his late son is the only thing he desires.
Like, I just need justice for my son. My son cannot just die like that. Just like that, innocent boy. Inside the shop. Not outside the shop, inside the shop.
Although the Delta State Command of the NDLEA is yet to speak on the matter, the spokesperson of the State Police Command, Bright Edafe, says they've commenced an investigation into the matter. Meanwhile, the Delta State Governor has commiserated with...
That's Governor Sheriff Oborevwori. Sheriff Oborevwori. A direct appeal. Please go and see the family, or the Omoriakogbe family. This tragic loss caused by the careless, callous actions of the NDLEA shooting in the community. The training, there's a lot of questions to ask about the training. This is so unacceptable.
The family of Ivan condemning the killing. In a statement, the governor called on the NDLEA authorities and the Delta Police Command to investigate the circumstances surrounding the incident with a view to bringing the culprit to book.
We are saying that the governor must go and see the family. Governor Oborevwori, Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, the least you can do is to go and see the family and ensure that there is compensation paid to this family. They've lost. They will never. Their son now will never go to primary school, secondary school, university. He will never marry. They've lost. Their life has been turned upside down. So we're calling on Governor Sheriff Oborevwori. Please go and see the family and do everything in your power to ensure that they are compensated heavily. And of course, the other son is injured as well. I mean, they've gone through a horrific trauma. Horrific time, and those NDLA, they must receive training. They have to be trained. They have to go and get training. This is not acceptable at all. Let me just show you one of the things why we should do this, and I keep saying it over and over. I take every opportunity to talk about this in all my broadcasts as often as I can. Even as I show the picture, I tell you, but in this case, I'm going to show you the picture as well of the powers that we possess and we must use those powers. So here we go. Let me just get that for you here so you can see that, because we need to know these things. We must know these things, and we need to begin to. It could be people will say, "Oh, waiting concern me." It could be your family tomorrow. It literally could be. So please don't just say waiting concern me. So we are saying again, sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government through this constitution derives all its powers and authority. Let me get it closer. See? So I'm trying to show you. I'll drop it down so you can see it even better. So I want you to see that. We need to exercise those powers. Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government through this constitution derives all its powers and authority. The entire community and that Asaba should work closely to ensure that they put every pressure on to demand for the governor to come and see this family. And this is where, and they have the power to do so via Section 14(2)(a). Sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government through this constitution derives all its powers and authority. We need to reiterate that point. And of course, by participating in your governance, you are improving your quality of life collectively, because the participation by the people in the government shall be in accordance with the provisions of this constitution. The provisions of the constitution principally is that you are a sovereign, and you need to exercise those powers to hold your governors to account in such tragic circumstances, and for all manners of ills that are going on. These powers affords us the ability to hold our governors to account and to make them accountable to us collectively, critically collectively. So let's carry on.
This is yet another case of extrajudicial killing that has cut short the life of this little boy, and it calls for greater caution by security operatives in carrying out their duties.
So I'm leaving down the screen because that speaks. So one is dead, the other one is injured. I mean, 2-year-old. I mean, this is tragic. This is really, really tragic if we think about it. And that's why we keep talking about us collectively in our community. We must begin to exercise those powers. The Bible or the Quran has no such powers that I'm showing you. We need to use the Bible and the Quran to begin to, hold our governors to account on a daily basis. So please, I urge you, share the broadcast. Have a copy of what you've got on these two sections of the Constitution on the screen. Share it within your community. I did a program where we actually translated it into Igbo language, and I'm going to share that piece of information directly alone. Also, I'll do a clip of it shortly on Citizen AY. Share it, because we're needing this information to reach as many people as possible. Because what is going on now is clearly unjust. Sincere condolences to the family of this Omoriakogbe family for the loss of their 2-year-old son, and the injury to their son, second son. One can just imagine the trauma that the mother and their father are going through, and they must get justice. NDLEA must face the full weight of law. Those NDLEA officials must face the full weight of the law. So please, 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 when you get this broadcast, share, and share. The information that's contained, take a screenshot of those powers that we possess as sovereigns collectively, and we must begin to use it on a daily basis. Ladies and gentlemen, you are of course watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll back to you later on. Please share this broadcast. Leave a comment. Let's hear from you. It's really, really important. It's such tragic loss of life, and the carelessness in which guns are being used by the army, the police, all of that must be addressed. And it's in using our powers collectively as sovereigns to begin to hold them to account that will bring about the change that we need and the infrastructures that we need in our community. I urge you, please join in the struggle. You are of course watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on. Thank you, and bye for now.